Hey there everybody, Scudder here, and today I wanted to do a serious video about suicide, and this is going to address my own attempted suicide. Now, this hasn't been recently. This was when I was a teenager in high school, and the reason that I'm making this video is because a couple of reasons. We have a lady in one of my groups, and today she let us know that her grandson of 15 years old committed suicide last night. And this woman has already lost a son to suicide. So this family has suffered a double devastation. And I also wanted to make the video because I feel like that there are people out there who need to hear this message. Now, when I was a young man, I went through some pretty rough years, and interestingly enough, the last two-part video series that I made, and those of you that are still with me, you'll know which ones I'm talking about. Some of the comments that were made on those two videos were the exact same comments that I heard that caused me to attempt suicide when I was a teenager. So I want you all to remember that your words have power, whether you believe it or not, and sometimes that power that they have are not for a positive purpose. So you need to be careful what you say to people and how you address sensitive issues. Now, when I was a young man, I went through a lot of stressful times, and it was a very confusing time for me. I had a lot of questions, a lot of confusion about who I was, what I was supposed to be, what I was going to do, and at that point in my life, they were issues and things that I had on my mind that I felt like I had no one that I could talk to about. And I let all of that build up inside of me. And after months and months and months of dealing with the stress and the anxiety of all that, it got to a point to where I felt like there was no way out but to end my life. I was in so much pain and I was in such misery during that time that I just wanted the pain to stop. I didn't care how it stopped. I just wanted it to stop because I couldn't deal with it anymore. I wasn't strong enough, at least I felt, at that point in my life to handle it. So I took an overdose of codeine, and it is by the grace of God that I survived, because I very well could have died, and that would have been a terrible, terrible tragedy for my family and a horrible mistake on my part. Now, my result of that attempted suicide was the fact that I had to stay in the psychiatric ward at the hospital. I believe it was for a week. And let me tell you, if you have never experienced that, praise God that you haven't, because that was a horrible, terrible time. And I was terrified because I was a young man, and they wouldn't let my family stay with me. I had to stay there by myself. My family could visit, but only at certain times, and I had to stay there by myself. And there were some truly mentally disturbed individuals there right along with me. It was a very terrifying time for me. And through that, though, I survived and went through counseling, and I got better. And let me tell you one of the things that struck me most about that whole experience. One day when I was sitting in the hospital, my sister came to visit me. And for those of you that don't know, my sister had muscular dystrophy, and she was in a wheelchair. She had been handicapped all of her life, and it was a disease that she knew was going to take her life one day, and of course it did. And I don't think the impact of what I had done really hit me until she came in the hospital room. And when she came in the room, she had tears in her eyes, and I could see the pain and the hurt that I had caused her by doing that. And that made me think, here she is, struggling, fighting every day to live her life, to be given one more day. And there I was throwing mine away like it was garbage. I was so ashamed of that. And that taught me probably the greatest lesson that I will have ever learned in my life. And that is that this life that we are given is a gift from God. It is a very precious thing, and it is not ours to throw away. That is not our choice to decide. When it's our time to go, then it'll be our time to go. You do not take this life that you have and you do not throw it away like it's trash. Now, I know that there are hard times that people go through. Like I said, you're hearing it now. I've been through it. And I understand the state of mind that someone gets in when they're depressed, when they have struggles, when there are things that they can't figure out, that they can't find solutions for. But let me tell you, there is always another answer besides suicide. Once you end your life, that's it. You do not get a second chance. You've done it. There is always a better solution. Now, if you have problems that you're dealing with, if you even think about suicide from time to time, then I want you to listen to me and listen to me carefully. I want you to find someone to talk to. Tell them that you're having some problems and that you need to talk. Tell them that you've had suicide on your mind and that you're worried and you need some help. And if they won't listen, then find someone else. And if that person won't listen, you find someone else. And you keep finding someone until someone will listen and will help you deal with your problems. Suicide is a terrible thing. And actually, it is a very selfish act. Because once a person has committed suicide, they're done with it. But what they leave behind is the tragedy and the heartache and the pain and the agony that your family and your friends have to deal with for years to come. And that is a terrible burden to put on anyone. So please, if you are ever having problems, if you ever need to talk to someone, find someone who will listen. Find someone who will try and understand what you're going through and will try to offer you solutions. They may not always understand what you're going through. They may not always have all the answers. But you have to attempt to talk to someone and try so that you cannot make the mistake that so many other people have made out there. So I just wanted to make this video just as a reminder to people who are talking to other people. Remember that your words do have power, and if you don't show compassion, you may be the result of someone ending their life. And for those of you out there who are dealing with this and you need some help, please find the help that you need, because your life is such a precious gift, and you have such huge abilities that you don't even know about, and you can make such a wonderful impact on the world if you're here to do it. So keep that in mind, and you guys take care. God bless.